there. So have you ever wondered what exactly a homeowners association does? Or if it's even worth the fees? Now, we're going to dive into this a little bit tonight. HOAs can be a big factor when buying a home. Most people really don't understand what they are paying for. And it's usually about $500-$600 a year. Today, I'm going to break down the real role of HOAs, what they offer, so you can decide if buying within an HOA is even worth it. Now, homeowners associations, commonly referred to as HOA, they play a key role in maintaining and managing residential communities. Now, here's a quick overview of what they do. For one, they do enforce the rules in that area, and they maintain the appearance and the property values. So if you're in a subdivision and when you see trees and grass, well, it's the HOA that is taking care of those exterior home improvements and keeping it up. Even sometimes during the holidays when you see the Christmas lights or they're recognizing, college graduates, that's the HOA. They are responsible for maintenance and the upkeep of all the shared spaces. We're talking the parks, the pools, the clubhouses, and of course, the landscaping. Now, they do collect dues and assessments. I think that's probably the worst part of it. But homeowners, they do have to pay an HOA to cover expenses such as maintenance or security, even utilities for common areas. Now, these funds may also contribute to long-term community improvements. They do have like monthly meetings, and they will typically have a budget and will mail you that budget at the end of the year to show you what money came in and what money was allocated out. Now, they also organize social events, activities that can foster a sense of community and encourage resident engagement. So you can kind of get to know who's in the community. A lot of these associations ensure security. They make sure that, the property is gated and that gate works. They might also have patrols, surveillance systems. All of this is to enhance the safety of the homeowners. Now, by overseeing these responsibilities, HOAs, they aim to create attractive, well-maintained neighborhoods that'll benefit all residents. Now, joining an HOA, that does mean that you are agreeing to its rules and fees. So be sure to understand the association guidelines. That's essential before purchasing a home in an HOA. Now, of course, we talked about all of the great things. Now, it wouldn't be fair if I didn't share the downsides to the HOA as well. Now, again, we discussed those mandatory fees. Homeowners are required to pay HOA dues. Now, it can range. It can range from a monthly fee to thousands of dollars annually. It really depends on the property itself. The HOA, they come up with those fees. Now, restrictions are placed on the property when you have to deal with HOA. Now, I do recall being in a HOA previously, and I had a dog at the time, and I built what I considered this fabulous dog pen in the back. I went to Home Depot, I got all of these supplies, and it was beautiful. It was about 15 feet. I had the turf in there. It was really nice. Well, about a week later, HOA sends me a letter saying, oh, you're going to have to remove your dog pen because it was not approved. I thought it was ridiculous. And of course, I fought back and I told them this should be an example of all dog pens. And luckily for me, they allowed me to keep the pen. But you do have to, certain restrictions, apply when it comes to the HOA. They may want certain paint colors or certain type of landscaping. You have to get approval for fences and sometimes even sheds. Now, there are fines for violating the HOA rules. Disputes over compliance can sometimes lead to tension between the homeowners and the HOA board, not to mention lack of certain decisions about the community are often made by the HOA board, and this leaves the homeowners with limited input unless they actively participate in the meetings or serve on the board themselves. And if I'm not mistaken, now sometimes conflict may arise with HOA boards. Some owners experience disagreements with HOA boards over rules, sometimes, enforcement and how funds are managed. Sometimes you have poorly managed HOAs, which can lead to dissatisfaction and even legal disputes between the homeowners. Now, there are special assessments. If HOA reserves are insufficient, homeowners may face unexpected special assessments just to cover major expenses such as roof replacements or infrastructure repairs. You have limited privacy when you're with an HOA. Fortunately, they monitor compliance with rules, which can sometimes feel a bit intrusive. Now, additionally, some HOAs require approval before making changes to your property, further reducing your privacy. It's like you feel someone is watching you all the time. Now, there is an impact on home sales when it comes to HOA rules, fees, and the overall reputation of HOA can influence a property's resale and marketability. Some buyers like to avoid homes in an HOA community. Others like it because you get your sidewalks, your playgrounds, your pools, your clubhouses. For me, I love them. They keep the properties in order. Now, living in an HOA community isn't for everyone. It's essential to thoroughly review the HOA's governing documents, fees, rules, weigh the pros and cons, determine if the lifestyle aligns with your needs and your preferences. Hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful and helps you make a decision when you're looking to purchase, whether to buy with or without an HOA. If you liked the video, please click like below, subscribe, comment, let me know what you'd like to discuss next time. See you later.